Hello, Ricky video. Today we're going to take a look at some battles here for the Great League version of the Weather Cup, which is coming up. Might be an alternative for you if you want to play something else than the Open Great League, if the Open Great League meta is not yours. This might be something that you can try out here. We're going to have very interesting games today, actually a few that are really cool, like actually very cool games coming up here. I played some pretty horribly. I am having a headache the entire day, but like it's still fine. It's just to showcase some good stuff here and some teams that you might face. This team, I don't have it so far, at least on my top team list, which is going to come out later today, or most likely at the same time as always, even though I'm thinking of pushing the time back a little bit, but we have to see. But yeah, we're going to have a top teams video later on today, of course, for this cup coming up. This cup is a little bit awkward. Why is this cup a little bit awkward? Basically, every time, at least I haven't found a single team yet, where I wasn't like, this one Pokemon breaks this core. Like, there's always something that completely destroys you, theoretically, no matter which team you want to run. It's either counter users, it's either like some Pelipper, for example, is a good core breaker for a lot of teams, because you have a lot of times Swampert in the back, and then you have something like a Bomber Snow or it's called Ludicolo in the lead, which are still kind of okay though against Pelipper. I think they won the 2 shields, but it's not really perfect either. There are just a lot of teams where you feel like, okay, there's always this one Pokemon that would destroy me here. Thinking for this team, I don't actually know any crazy ones there. I think there's one that I forgot about, but Swampert, for example, is also a Pokemon that I don't really want to face, and here we're gonna get greeted immediately by the Bomber Snow. Very cool there, of course, but Lanturn is of course a little bit tricky for this team as well, but you still have at least Boulders on your lead there. But we will be able to go ahead and go for some... I think I go for the farm down here and just go shield this move up, going to be the energy ball anyway. But yeah, a lot of teams have a lot of weaknesses and it's not really easy to make a balanced team. Here we're going to be able to go for one Ice Punch against the opponent. We can go into our Pelipper and we see the Sandslash coming in from the opponent. Very decent-ish matchup for us here. They run Powder Snow, which is, I don't think, really the ideal move here. You kind of want to have Shadow Claw, just for also all the water types around. A lot of them, like Swampert and Pelipper, both of them are at least neutral still against Powder Snow, so it's not really the biggest issue. But still, I feel like that the Shadow Claw just gives you a little bit more flexibility there. We'll see that we're going to use a shield against the opponent. We can go for one Weather Ball against the opponent here as well. Coming through, we're gonna get the final shield. I can swap out and I can get one more charge move off against the opponent. Swampert doesn't knock them out, it does not, but it puts them into range where I can farm them down with our Pelipper. They're going to knock me out with one Hydro Cannon, but we have now one Weather Ball stored already, and we will be able to win this game here with our Pelipper going straight for the Weather Ball. Good game, opponent. Next up, we're going to see one game here, which I think I screwed up again. We will see. We see a very good lead there. There was like one that I played completely horrible. I don't think that this was one, but I still misplayed it a little bit. Of course, you also have to get used to the meta. Bomber Snow can also run both fast moves, by the way. A lot of people opt to go for the Razor Leaf just because it's a very squishy meta, so you can just Razor Leaf through a lot of stuff. But there's also the option still to go for like some other stuff, which is a little bit, I don't know. Like, Powder Snow can be very decent as well, because you have like a little better options against Pelipper, for example, even though it's still kind of neutral. Like, it's all kind of, has some pros and cons. Here I shouldn't have swapped out, because they're going to have a Lanturn in the back. If I just stayed in there, would have waited it out. I think I had a better chance there, but the issue here is that if I waited out and they farmed me down, they would have basically 100 energy, and then they would have had Stone Edge or like Grass Knot for both my Pokemon. And there was nothing that I could really do about this, so I kind of was forced to swap out, but it really cost me the game here. If you didn't know, Cradily is the best Pokemon in this meta. They're going to be a ton of Cradily teams coming up in the top teams video later. So be aware about this. My only play here is to hopefully farm them down here. I thought they had less energy still. And to get to 2 moves, but they're actually going to knock me out already. Lanturn is so strong in this meta. Actually, I feel, by the way, that the normal Swampert is better than the Shadow Swampert in this meta here, because you will be able to survive 2 Surfs a little bit better from the opponent's Lanturn there, which I think is really crucial. So if you have a normal Swampert, it might be the way to go. Next opponent coming up here, we're going to face off against the Litleo lead. Horrible lead for us. We're going to swap out. That's why we have 2 water types in the back. Fire types are a little bit tricky to play in this meta, because it's based around mainly rock types and water types. So a little bit tricky. But we see an Omanyte here, which is a very cool, spicy Pokemon to face off against. They have Ancient Power, they don't boost luckily. And we will be able to outspeed them, I think. They need 5 fast moves to get to their charge move, and I need like 5 and then 4, so I outspeed them usually, but they can take 1 move. Pretty sure they would have been able to just shield this next move up here as well and still get to 1 Ancient Power, but for them, I think it's a little bit more worth it here to maybe get rid of the shield, but I don't know, like it's really tricky for them here. We will be able to go for another charge move against the Litleo, they can go for a crunch there. But Omanyte, for example, I don't think that would have knocked me out with 1 Ancient Power, so I think letting this move go was the way to go, but also we will be able to farm them all the way down. And at this point, I saw that there was a shield still left, but I thought it was my shield and not the opponent's shield. So if you wonder why I go for the not for the Hydrocan here, but try to go for the Earthquake, I thought I still had a shield left. Again, I didn't really have a great day here today. A lot of mistakes made by myself there, which happens, all good. Just wasn't really concentrated too much about this. We will be able to go for an Ice Punch still and win this game, but I could have played it a little bit cleaner there for sure. Next opponent, we will see someone with a gifting pose. We will see the Abomasnow lead. Is this the horrible matchup? Hell yeah, I'm gonna go into Pelipper. Don't ask me why, but my opponent at least plays as good as I do here and goes into the best matchup for the Pelipper. I have no idea why either. Not really the way to go here, but also like me just doing what I did there in the lead. I don't know what happened to me there. I just didn't pay attention, thought, oh no, should swap out into my Saysop, which is a flying type, will be way better. I have no idea why I did this, like literally, it doesn't make any sense at all. Just stay in the lead, you had a good lead, like I don't know what we did there. But at least my opponent swapped at the same time, I guess I was scared. Again, here stay in for way too long for whatever reason at all. Now they can go for an Earthquake and knock me out. Not the smartest idea either, I would say. Like, this is the worst game I think I played in ages. Like, honestly, I played so bad there. But hey, at least I can still go for another charge move here. Going to be the Ice Punch. Going to actually knock them out with one more fast move here. Do we actually still win this game? I mean, we kind of hardwalled our opponent. And yes, I think this is only a Weather Ball here. And we will be able to win the game. I hardwalled the opponent and it still was way too close here. Like, I would have been completely fine. Against MEweedle here, a champion here from London as well, which is kind of crazy. I met him in real life recently, which was kind of cool. Also a channel supporter, so shoutouts to him. I was completely expecting him to run Mantine here, and I'm going to go for the bait immediately, and they call that very strong there. We have the same lead, which is kind of awkward, because whoever wins this, I think they have a breakpoint though. Like, look, my health is nearly the same, but they didn't hit the move, and I hit the move, so I think they have a breakpoint against me, which is kind of awkward, because yeah, definitely, they do more damage with their fast move. No matter what I would have done, I think I would have lost the lead there. I can at least catch the Bulldoze, which was nice. Didn't help me at all though, because look at that, they have a Lanturn in the back, and I cannot really do anything against Lanturn, and this Lanturn going to knock me out for sure. They can just farm me all the way down, they know about this as well. Very smart for them. Here's the thing, you're going to see the final Pokemon of them afterwards as well. No, whoever won the lead basically won the game as well, because what they're going to have in the back, we're going to see it soon anyway. As you're going to troll around here a little bit, it's going to be a Pokemon that's actually really decent in this cup as well. I'm just going to shield this move up here. Just go into your Pokemon, please. It's a Requinant. A Requinant is actually a very cool Pokemon in this cup. I might want to make a showcase about this Pokemon as well. I wanted to make one for Great League, but then kind of scrapped the video idea because it actually went pretty well with it as well. I think I had like a 9 and 6 run with it, but I was like not too happy about it. But for this cup, where like they are not a lot of flyer other than Pelipper, this Pokemon is really cool. Here, of course, there was nothing I could have done. But again, like if I won the lead there and I didn't go for the bait and the move just went through in the beginning, I would have been able to align my Pelipper against the Araquanid. I would have been able to align my Swampert against the Lanturn. So it wasn't a hard, it was a hard counter at the end against me, but it could have been also the other way around, really depending on who won the lead. We definitely had like a breakpoint there against me, which is crazy. We see the Lanturn against us, and we can go for another Bulldoze. Very good for us. Lanturn in the lead is fine, but like you have to get rid of your Sandslash for sure with that. But you're always going to be able to get a shield advantage, which is nice. I'm going to let this move go through. The opponent is 2 shields down. I can go into my Swampert now. As we get more damage on them with our fast move already, we will be able to put them into range where I can knock them out later on with our Pelipper anyway. If it comes to that, because one Hurricane should be in range now. We see the Cradily coming in. I kind of want to swap out, but didn't really work out that well. I can go for an Earthquake. I'm gonna get them low, which is cool. They can go for the move in time, sadly, so my only play here is to shield up the move, going to be the Stone Edge as well, and I can farm them all the way down, which allows me to go for one Hurricane against the opponent's Lanturn coming in. And after the mud shot damage, this should be enough to knock them out. Let's see, it does. Good game there, as we see the Bomber Snow coming in. They have the move Powder Snow, but they don't get to the Energy Ball in time, and this Hurricane going to hurt. Pelipper going to town here, very, very strong there from them, as we're going to go ahead and go into the final match. Shorter video later on, like in general, we're going to have 3 uploads today anyway. When the cup drops, I'm going to make a new video as well. Final one, we see another horrible lead here with the Talonflame. I can swap into my Pelipper, and I will get greeted by the Cradily. Cradily is actually still an okay-ish matchup for me though, because all my moves are neutral. I can get the shield already against them, which is cool. And at this point of time, I sure went for the Hurricane for sure, because I could have definitely forced a switch here with keeping even shields if I went for Hurricane. I opt to go for Weather Ball. Not the wisest decision, because now I can still CMP tie against them, but they will be able to just let the move go through. They will not die from this move, of course, and I will have to shield up the move coming in, which is going to be the Stone Edge. I can farm them all the way down, and I will be able to go for at least some Weather Balls against the opponent's Talonflame, but because Pelipper is so like spammy, I will be able to go for another Weather Ball, going to be able to get them into low health range. And yeah, this team works out really, really well though. I can highly recommend you. Had a lot of fun playing this, and I don't really see why this would be not a team that would be usable right now. Sandslash, very underrated. If you have a normal Sandslash, I think it's even better, because Razor Leaf otherwise can be a pain. Shadow Sandslash, of course, cooler for the thumbnail. That's the main reason why I took it. But we will be able to knock out the final Pokemon here. And that is going to be it for the short video for the new cup. See you later for the top teams video, and I hope you have a great rest of the day. Bye bye.